let's do our next exercise to make an up counter using push button. Okay, now I have already connected my push button to pin number 11 of Arduino board. Okay, now let's declare it in push button equals to 11. Okay, now let's declare it as an input. Okay, now we will also declare some two extra variables, int initial state, int final state, to track the state of button, and also a counter to count the number of times button has been pressed. Okay, count. Okay, so let's do our while loop section. First of all, we will read our digital switch. Okay, final state equals to digital read push button. Okay, now if final state is not equals to initial state. Okay, so let's add a few millisecond delay. Okay, to remove bouncing. Okay, after 10 milliseconds we will read our push button and add if final state equals to high and count should plus. Initial state equals to final state to store new variable. Okay, now let's put this counter to switch. Now here we have 10 states. Okay, because we have to move from 0 to 9. Okay, now what will we write here? Count %2. Okay, if you remember my previous episode, I wrote count %2 for two states, which was 0 and 1. Now here I have only 10 states. Okay, now the reason behind to write %2 is, suppose if the value of count is 0, %2, which means it will divide 0 by 2. Okay, as you know, the condition of C language is numerator should be greater than denominator. Okay, here the condition is false, so it will automatically print numerator. Okay, now similarly 1%2, same condition, so it will print 1. Okay, now next, for increment the counter, then we again press the button, counter will be 2%2, which gives rise 0. Now further we increment our push button, which gives rise 3%2. The remainder of 3 to 2 is 1. Then further, if count is 4%2, remainder is 0. Okay, and so on. Okay, similarly for 10 states, okay, we'll write count %10. Why? If 0%10 condition is false according to this condition, so it will automatically print 0 up to so on 9. It will automatically print 9. Okay, now for 10%10, remainder of 10 to 10 is 0. Okay, then it will give back to 0. Okay, now if I again increment the button, 11%10, which give rise 1. Similarly remainder, here I am talking about remainder, 12% 10. Here I'm talking about as remainder, which remainder is 20. Similarly up to so on, 20% 10, which gives rise again remainder 0. Okay, so that's why I'll write percent 10. Okay, now here we'll make 10 cases. Okay, case 0. Okay, now break instead of delay, and this is our case, case 1. Now I'll add some delay, remove delay, and add break statement, and it will be my case 2. Okay, it will also move the delay and break, and here is case 3. Okay, and here is again break and case 4. Okay, and break, and this is my case 5. Okay, break, right, case 6. Okay, right, break, this is my case 7. Break, case 8. Over here again we will write break, and we'll put case 9. And then also break. Okay, now we finish the statement. So that's all right. Now upload the code on your Arduino board. Okay. Now my code is uploaded. 0. If I press the button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. That's perfect. Similarly, we can also make a decrement counter by adding extra push button. So let's do our next exercise, increment decrement counter. Okay, in this case we will use 2 push button. One is added already. Now next we have to connect other push button. Okay.